Hello and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to talk about Azure interview series. And as part of the Azure interview series, today's video I will discuss on roles and responsibilities of Azure support engineer or Azure administrator. So this is the part 2 of this series. I hope that you have liked the part 1 of this series. So let's begin. So apart from the roles and responsibility that I have discussed in my previous video, that is part 1, there will be more roles and responsibility that Azure support engineer or Azure administrator will be performing as part of their daily task. So for example, I can say that as part of their daily task, they should know that how to create the load balancer and what is external and internal load balancer, and what is the architecture of the load balancer, and how IP configuration works, and where to use the load balancer, and also the troubleshooting part. Troubleshooting, for example, there will be some connection issues. They should know how to do the troubleshooting part also. The second roles and responsibility will be disaster recovery, and as part of disaster recovery, Azure administrator should know the Azure site recovery, ASR. And what are the difference between Azure backup and ASR? What are the difference between Azure migrate and ASR? They should know this concept very well. What is RPO? What is RTO? This will be very frequently used in their day-to-day work. And how to create the ASR? How to create the ASR? There should be some steps. They should know. They should be aware of the steps of creating the Azure site recovery. The next roles and responsibility will be migration. So few cloud engineer will be working only on migration task, and they should be using Azure Migrate as of now, and they should also use ASR. And as part of the migration job, they will be migrating the VMware and Hyper-V and physical servers to Azure. How to do the migration, how to assess the servers, how to discover the servers, how to finally do the migration. The complete planning should be there. So this understanding should be there, and also during this planning or during this assessment or discovery or migration, what are the issues coming up, they should be able to do the troubleshooting part. So these are the day-to-day job of migration engineer. Apart from the servers migration, they will also do the application migration. For example, they will also they should be familiar with the container. So containerization of the application, for example ASP.NET application or Java application or any other application, and they should migrate those application to AKS, Azure Kubernetes Services. So these are the migration tasks of Azure migration engineer. So these are the roles and responsibilities of Azure support engineer normally. Apart from this roles and responsibility, there will be more job roles. For example, there will be Azure security administrator or Azure SQL database administrator. So these roles are very specific roles, and I will definitely, or there will be some other role, for example Azure DevOps engineer. So these are very specific roles that these engineers will be working on day-to-day basis. I will create more videos on what are the roles and responsibility of Azure security administrator or Azure DevOps engineer or Azure SQL database administrator in forthcoming videos. So this is the end of part 2. please watch out for part 3 of this roles and responsibility series. This will be very helpful for your interview, and if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and support me for delivering more and more videos on this subject. Thank you.